Force 13 began its Atlantic hurricane forecasts in 2016 and, whilst not giving out numbers, highlighted a particular danger area in the Greater Antilles. Sure enough, later that year, in October, Hurricane Matthew struck Hispaniola and Cuba and then moved on to eastern Florida. In the Western Pacific, the usual suspects were highlighted in the Philippines and in southern Japan, but it was Taiwan that got the first strike from Typhoon Nipatak. 2017's risk forecast was a bit hit and miss, with Cuba faring the worst on the forecast, almost true in reality with Hurricane Irma, but notably missed out, particularly with Hurricane Harvey. The danger areas in the Western Pacific were also highlighted on this graphic, the orange and red areas showing above normal chances of major typhoon conditions. For the most part, the season was a dud, but the forecast did verify with Typhoon Hato, Noru and Talim. In 2018, we put out our numbers for the Atlantic hurricane season of that year, 12, 6 and 2, and our key messages there, which highlighted the potential for landfalls in North Carolina and on the western Gulf Coast. The Eastern Pacific blew away pretty much everyone's expectations with much higher numbers than the ones forecasted, with the western coast of Mexico a particular concern, which was demonstrated by Hurricane Willa late in the season. Our Pacific typhoon season numbers were a bit bold, and whilst we were very close with tropical storm numbers, typhoon and major typhoon numbers actually were a little bit too high in the forecast. Apart from northern China, Korea and the eastern Western Pacific Ocean, the forecast on the key messages there were pretty much on point. So our 2019 predictions look like this. In the Atlantic, we're expecting 13 tropical storms, 7 hurricanes and 3 major hurricanes this year. The chance of below average is 33%, near average 38% and above average is 29%. In the Eastern Pacific, we're expecting an average year again, even though we were wrong last year. 17 tropical storms, 9 hurricanes and 4 major hurricanes. 35% chance of below average, 45% of near average and 20% chance of an above average season this year. In the Western Pacific, we're expecting 27 tropical storms, 14 typhoons and 10 major typhoons this year. A 45% chance of below average in the Western Pacific, 35% of near average and a 20% chance of an above average season here. In the northern Indian Ocean, we're expecting 6 tropical storms, 2 cyclones of Category 1 strength and 1 major cyclone of Category 3 strength or higher. In the United States, Pender County in North Carolina has the highest chance of tropical storm conditions this year with an 81% chance. All the red areas are above 55% chance, and those consist of parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, North and South Carolina, as well as Cape Cod, Massachusetts. In Mexico, Baja California Sur has the highest chance of storm conditions in 2019, followed by Jalisco and Veracruz. In the Western Pacific, the northern tip of the Philippines, the southernmost part of Taiwan, and southern China including Hainan, as well as the Japanese Ryukyu Islands, are most at risk from typhoon conditions in 2019.